The desert air was still, cold enough to bite through layers. It was the kind of chill that comes just before sunrise, when everything feels suspended. We waited, every sense on edge, knowing a convoy was coming. Intelligence said 40 trucks, drugs, weapons, people, a moving army. This wasn't just another smuggling run, it was a test of a new promise. The silence was thick, broken only by the hum of distant generators and the crackle of radios. Every shadow seemed to move, every gust of wind sounded like engines. For years, these convoys owned the night, untouchable. But tonight, the rules had changed. A new directive was in place. Cartels were now terrorists. We watched through high-powered optics. The world still gray and black. The men and women along the border were calm, but ready. They were the tip of a new spear, forged by policy and necessity. The world was about to see what that meant. Reports trickled in. The convoy was 30 minutes out, moving fast. They had no idea what was waiting for them. This wouldn't be a classic firefight. It was a new kind of warfare. The wait was almost over. The first light of dawn was about to break, and with it, a new era of border security was about to begin. The desert held its breath. We did too. The line in the sand was no longer just a metaphor. It was a promise, and it was about to be enforced. The convoy was coming, but so was a reckoning. The professionals on the line were ready. The world would soon know. The border had changed. The silence before the storm was almost over. The sun would rise on a new reality. The desert, for a moment, was the center of everything, and history was about to be made. Near the border, contrasts are everywhere. On one side, American life, gas stations, fast food, wide roads. It feels safe, familiar, but as you approach the line, the landscape shifts. Fences rise, steel barriers stretching for miles. It's a powerful symbol, the edge of two worlds. The feeling is complex, adventure mixed with caution, patrol vehicles, cameras, and the ever-present watchfulness. The desert's beauty is undeniable. Vast skies, rugged mountains, resilient plants. But the human drama is always present. Tourists, business people, expats. Crossing is routine for some. They know the rhythms, the best times, the favorite spots. Yet, stories of danger and violence have grown. The border is still a place of connection, but fear is rising. That fear drove the change we waited for in the cold. The landscape holds every story: hope, desperation, commerce, crime. The border is more than a line. It's alive, beautiful, and challenging. On this October morning, it was about to become the stage for a historic shift. The dust remembers everything. The world was watching. The border's next chapter was about to begin. The stakes had never been higher, and the contrast had never been sharper. What changed? In early 2025, the US made a bold move. Major Mexican cartels were designated as foreign terrorist organizations, FTOs. This wasn't just a label, it changed the rules. For decades, cartels were a law enforcement problem: arrests, seizures, court cases. But the cartels had evolved into violent armies. Now they were in the same category as Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Their acts, beheadings, bombings, assassinations, were terrorism. This unlocked new tools, including military action. President Trump's directive in August 2025 gave the military legal authority to act, even on foreign soil if needed. Mexico's government insisted on sovereignty, no invasion. But behind the scenes, cooperation increased. Mexico boosted its military presence. Arrests and seizures rose. The US focused on intelligence, technology, and surgical strikes. The strategy was smarter, more modern. For people living in fear, it was hope. For businesses, it raised new questions. The FTO designation meant even accidental business with cartel-linked companies could have serious consequences. The risk landscape changed overnight. The message was clear: cartels were now terrorists. The US military was authorized to hunt them. The world was watching for results. The stakes had never been higher. The policy was in motion. As the convoy neared, they had no idea they were being watched. High above, silent drones tracked every move. Thermal imaging, intercepted communications, real-time data streamed to command. This was the new strategy: intelligence, not brute force. The goal wasn't a bloody battle, but surgical precision. The military knew which trucks mattered most: leaders, drugs, weapons. Weeks of tracking led to this moment: the mission, end the threat before it could escalate. Civilian risk was minimized, diplomacy preserved, the message, we are always watching. When the moment came, it was swift and quiet. Non-lethal tech disabled the lead and rear vehicles, trapping the convoy. Elite teams, possibly with Mexican units, moved in. Targets were taken with speed and accuracy. The operation was over in minutes. The cartel's confidence shattered instantly. The world saw the aftermath, 40 trucks disabled, key figures captured. No prolonged firefight, just results. This was the new face of warfare, quiet, intelligent, devastatingly effective. The US enforced its policy without invasion, power and restraint, guided by information. The greatest weapon was intelligence. News of the operation spread fast. Not explosions, but silence. For travelers, there was relief and anxiety. Decisive action brought a sense of safety, but also highlighted the danger. Border security tightened, wait times grew, rental car companies and insurers updated policies, warning of cartel zones. Spontaneous trips vanished, planning and caution became essential. Travel advisories urged daylight travel, major roads, and low profiles. Tourism in border towns dipped, routines changed. The FTO designation meant cartels might shift to other crimes, kidnapping, extortion. The risk calculation changed for everyone. The ripple effect was profound. Safe travel now meant understanding a new, complex environment. The border's reality had shifted overnight. Everyone had to adapt. Beyond policy, there's a human story. Ranchers in Arizona, long fearful, finally felt heard and protected. Relief swept through communities that had lived with danger for years. In Mexican border towns, business owners paid cartels just to survive. The operation brought hope, but also fear of retaliation. Expats faced a crossroads. Some left, others stayed and adapted. Neighborhood watch groups and security networks formed. Families, business owners, and communities on both sides wanted peace. The military action wasn't just about stopping trucks. It was about protecting lives. The borderlands are resilient. Their story is one of survival and hope. The line drawn was for them. The fight was personal. Their resilience is the heart of the story. The FTO designation sent shockwaves through business. Suddenly, companies in Mexico faced new legal risks. The U.S. Anti-Terrorism Act made material support a crime, sometimes unknowingly. Extortion payments, routine before, now carried federal penalties. Companies scrambled to vet every client and partner. Expats running small businesses faced impossible choices: pay cartels and risk prosecution, or refuse and risk violence. Many reconsidered their lives abroad. Security and compliance consulting boomed. New protocols and due diligence became essential. Ignorance was no longer an excuse. Enforcement was decentralized and aggressive. The policy was a full-spectrum war: military, financial, legal. The business landscape had changed forever. What does this mean for travelers? Don't cancel your plans, just be smarter. Knowledge is your best tool. Check travel advisories, follow their guidance, stick to major toll roads, avoid night driving, and blend in. Share your itinerary, use real-time GPS, and keep your phone charged. Learn basic Spanish for emergencies. Trust your instincts. Leave if something feels wrong. Millions travel safely, but risks are real and concentrated. Be informed, make smart choices, and respect local realities. The fight against cartels is ongoing, but preparation keeps you safe. Adventure is still possible, just travel with awareness. Your safety is in your hands. The new world demands it. That October morning marked a turning point. Hope returned to border communities. The fight isn't over. Cartels will adapt. This is a new kind of conflict. Staying informed is essential for everyone. Traveler, business owner, or concerned citizen. Responsible travel supports local communities. Awareness protects you and honors those living on the front lines. Their story is one of courage and hope. We owe it to them to pay attention. The world is wild and beautiful. Respect and awareness are key. Stay vigilant, stay connected, and keep learning. Stay safe out there.